Right, here we go. We are live, and we are live for the Olympic gold medal final between Alexander ZVEREV and Karen KHACHANOV. So really looking forward to this one. It's going to be an absolute cracker. Yeah, I just can't wait, to be honest with you. And Karen KHACHANOV. So, who knows how this one's going to go? Let me know what you guys think as well. I think I've done a poll as well, so I'll keep that running, and maybe we'll see some change of numbers as the uh, the the game wears on or match wears on. The women's doubles just finished here. Bencic unfortunately not able to get another gold medal after winning the singles yesterday, but we now turn our attention to the men's, and I think it's going to be a really exciting final, to be honest with you. Zverev has been crunching the ball really well, as has Khachanov as well. So I think it's going to be really exciting to watch. And I cannot wait, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be fantastic. Let me know what you guys think. They've got head to head of 2-2 actually. So it's two match wins apiece for Zverev and Khachanov. And obviously, Zverev coming back from a set and a breakdown against Novak Djokovic in the semi-final to just turn it around in extremely impressive and, to be honest, surprising fashion. It was an incredible performance from a very talented player in Alexander Zverev, who maybe hasn't quite made that breakthrough. Some people thought it might be the ATP Tour Finals, but didn't quite push on from there. Made the US Open final, obviously falling to Dominic Thiem last year. So he seems to be in good form, and I think the biggest thing is the serve. Like, hasn't had any yips on the serve, only 2 double faults in the whole tournament so far. So that is a good sign for him, and he'll be hoping to have a little bit more of the same, I would assume, in this matchup as well. So extremely interesting to see how this one goes. I'm very much looking forward to it. Khachanov, of course, as well, had an impressive Wimbledon, making his quarterfinal there. And I think he will probably be thinking, I have a very good chance here after beating Corona Buster, especially after yesterday's result where Corona Buster ended up beating Novak Djokovic in the bronze medal match. So he'll probably be thinking, well, hold on, right? Corona Buster just beat. Oh, sorry, kicking myself out of my own stream apparently. But yeah, Khachanov will be thinking, look, I can beat him. I can beat him, and I can perform really well on the big stage. So let's see. It's his first ever. Well, I don't want to say major final, but obviously he hasn't beaten or made a Grand Slam final. So this is his first. You could, but in saying that, look, you never know. Some people really do stick up really well. Adil says, Fazana, do you hear about the foreign players being threatened to take part in Kashmir Premier League? It's unacceptable. BCCI said if they take part, yeah, it's crazy. I'm going to do a video on that actually, Adil. So I will leave that for now. I don't want to give my thoughts on it on here, but I will. Yeah, don't worry. I will be covering that in a cricket video at some point. So don't worry, I've got you covered because, yeah, as you said, pretty ridiculous to be honest with you. It's just a joke. Anyway, we have. They're just doing the podium here, the podium ceremony, I guess, now because they had the bronze medal match yesterday for the women's double. So they're just all going to get up there, get their medals, and they'll be happy, man. I mean, of course they'll be happy. They'll be happy to, be part of this, what is really a fantastic occasion. So really impressive stuff from Kseniakova and Krejcikova, the French Open singles champion this year, who has been extremely impressive, to be honest with you. I mean, Gil Gross said that he thought she was a potential dark horse in this tournament, and it was hard to disagree, but obviously falling in the end and not making that final. But She's a solid player. I think, as Gil said, she is for real. I do agree with that, and it's going to be extremely interesting to see how well she does at the US Open. But I mean, the women's was just wide open. I mean, Svitolina obviously got the bronze medal, but then we had Bencic beating Vondrousova in the final. And now here, to be honest, in the men's is pretty open because I wouldn't have expected Zverev versus Khachanov, would you? I wouldn't have. So I think that's a very interesting matchup, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes because I feel that I just have a feeling that potentially Khachanov will play better than people expect. So let's see how it goes. But I've just got a feeling that that might happen. But yeah, let me know what you guys think as well. I think we've got the poll here, so let me have a look at what's going on in the poll. Okay, interesting. So far we've got 67% of people are saying Zverev and 33% Khachanov. So clearly there's a bigger portion of you guys thinking Zverev's going to win, and it's hard to disagree with you guys. If I'm being honest with you, it's pretty hard to disagree. But in saying that, I mean, you never know. I mean, Khachanov played some incredible tennis against Buster, and that even better after yesterday's result in the bronze medal match. So look, I mean, you just never know, right? You just absolutely never know. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it completely. Right, let's see. They're still doing the podium. When are the men going to come on, man? This is going to start at. They said it's going to start at like 8:45. So Adil says it's cricket for us who want to do a watch along questions versus Pakistan game later. Not sure, mate. Not sure. I won't be able to do because I won't be here. I will be out. But Tuesday's one I'm most likely I'm going to try and do because so the third T20. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, women's doubles. Okay, all right. Women's doubles victory ceremony. I like it. I like it a lot. But this is just taking ages. What's going on? Get the men's on. This is crazy. This is going to end up starting at like 9 o'clock. The timings in tennis are actually crazy. It's like proper Asian timing, isn't it? It's like it really is Asian timing at its finest. It really is, but it's fine. What can you do? What can you do, eh? What can you do? Right, so after yesterday's bronze medal match, how are people feeling about Djokovic? I mean, we've got a lot of Djokovic fans on the channel, from what I know, because when we did a poll of the GOAT debate, and I just said, like, who do you guys think is the GOAT currently? I think it was like 86% of people said it was Djokovic. So that's a very, very hefty percentage of people saying it's Djokovic. So clearly we've got quite a few Djokovic fans on the channel. So let me know what you guys think of, I guess, of the losses and what's it going to do for him going forward into the US Open. I think he did say that he had potentially a few niggles and stuff. He didn't make a huge deal out of it, I don't think. So let's put that to one side, I think, and just say that he was probably mentally and physically fatigued, which he did also say after. But yeah, it's fantastic for Zverev and Khachanov because, look, I mean, yes, of course, they want to win, they want to hit the gold medal, but either way, they will be taking at least the silver medal. So very, very impressive. And Zverev, I guess, after having chances in that Australian Open quarter final against Djokovic and not quite capitalizing on them like he would have liked, now becomes he's bidding to become the second German player to win the Olympics after Steffi Graf, if I'm not mistaken. So that would be an incredible achievement, and I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's really much looking forward to it, or very much looking forward to it even. The ceremony taking ages. Not happy with this at all. get them on there, give them the medals, get on with it now. It's now saying that the men's is going to start at 9 o'clock. It was supposed to start, by the way, at 8 o'clock. It's supposed to start 8 o'clock, Zverev versus Khachanov, and now it's starting at 9 o'clock. They pushed it back by a whole hour. What's going on? Crazy. Man, tennis is just on Asian timing. So they're just wrapping up the women's ceremony, which is why you can see there's no tennis going on for the men's yet, but they are about to come onto court. They've just giving out the medals to Krejcikova and Siniakova, who won gold, and also the silver medalist Bencic and Golubic, and I'm not sure who won the bronze actually. But either way, you know what is a bit weird though? In the Olympics, I swear they used to have the gold podium, right, is always the tallest. Then the silver was slightly taller than the bronze one, right? Because obviously you want silver, that is better than bronze. But here, it's the same. It's just one podium. They've just put one block on top just for the gold podium. It's a bit cheeky, isn't it? Like if you won silver, you're probably thinking, why am I on the same level as the bronze medalist? That's what I'd be thinking. I'd be thinking, I shouldn't really be there. Like, I should be a bit higher, shouldn't I? But I don't know. I don't know, man. Is what it is, I guess. Yeah, so they're supposed to start in 6 minutes, the men's. Let's see if that happens. Zverev, obviously, so I was saying to those who haven't been tuning in that Zverev and Khachanov, they've got head-to-head of 2 wins apiece. So that's going to be... Is it surprising? Maybe a little bit. Brazil, taking the bronze. That's cool. Like that. And they're not. They're very, very happy as well. Well, they should be when they take the bronze medal. I like the masks as well with the Brazil flag on it. Very cool. Come on, guys, get a move on. So it's Laura Pogosi and Luisa Stefani. I've never heard of them, and I'm assuming that's a little bit of a surprise. They've got bronze. Could be mistaken. I'm not all in doubles expert, but yeah. Right. So whilst we're waiting, should we have a look? Some other stuff, shall we? So yeah, we've got here in terms of the polls, where people are saying 71% Khachanov, 29%. Adil says Zverev might be favourite on the polls because he beat Novak. Yeah, I think so. I mean, obviously beat Novak, which is incredible. And also on top of that, right, not just beat Novak, but he's been in these situations more than Khachanov. And even though they are a similar age, actually, Zverev's actually 24 and Khachanov 25. I think both players are in a position now where they are starting to kind of come into their peaks. And it'll probably be in 2-3 years, really. But Zverev, he's made a US Open final. He's won the ATP Tour finals. Like he'll be able to, I guess, relate to the pressure a bit more than Khachanov. But it could go the other way, and Khachanov could just soak in the pressure like that, and it just fuels him to then play extremely good tennis, and he might not get tight. So I think that's the thing to look out for, is how both start. If one of them starts off quite tight and they start serving maybe a couple of double faults, and they're very, very wild with their forehand or back on, shanking a few shots, then to me that shows that the nerves are kind of seeping through. And then it's a question of how quickly can they gather themselves and recover and get over those little yips that they are, I guess, that they're suffering from. So let's see, but hopefully there's not a big issue there for either player, because we want to see both players playing their best tennis, right? Zverev obviously has got a huge serve, and to be honest with you, I have to be honest with you, he's got a pretty complete game. Like if everything clicks into place, like we saw against Djokovic, he can beat anyone, and he did say that. And I think the serve, if there's no double faults or little to none, then you know that you're in the game because it's going to be very hard to break him. And then forehand, I think he's always been a little bit of a culprit going cross court on the forehand side and cross court on the backhand side, so just exclusively going cross court. And now he's realized, no, I need to take a bit more risk at times, and especially when, you know, I need to be more clever in the way that I take the risk. Of course, I'm not just going to go down the line with the backhand when I'm pushed 2 meters behind the baseline. But if I can step in, then go down the line, mix it up, you know, slice as well with the backhand, and actually have a more varied game. And Zverev having a more varied game then showed against Djokovic when, for example, the backhand down the line from Zverev was, I said it in the live stream, was almost Djokovic-esque. It was incredible, like the Zverev backhand down the line, and it's crazy because you know, apart from Djokovic, like you don't really see someone hit it that well, that two-hander back down the line. There's a few players like Medvedev hits it pretty well, but in terms of watching someone hit it pretty traditionally down the line like that, with so much power as well, and Zverev does that, and it's a very, very reliable shot for the most part. And he was hitting winners off that wing down the line, and it was just incredible to watch. The forehand can be a little bit tight at times for Zverev, but even then, in the second and third sets, and then again, it came into its own. He managed to also mix it up and go down the line as well at times. Again, that helps. It's just a variation so that you don't have a very predictable rhythm of play. And if Zverev can vary it up and make Djokovic think twice, which is exactly what he did, then it gives him a better opportunity, and that's why he ended up winning that match because he served extremely well. His returning, actually, to be honest with you, is pretty good as well. It's much improved Zverev, and I have to be honest with you, this year I think it's been quite good. I don't think like someone like Tsitsipas, for example, he struggles with returning a little bit at times and doesn't quite get enough depth. But Zverev actually, on the whole, is actually pretty good. Khachanov will serve better than Djokovic did in the semi-finals because Djokovic didn't serve very well. I think he was at like a 40, maybe 50% first serve percentage. You'd expect Khachanov, considering that he served pretty well this tournament, to serve better than that. To be a lot harder for Zverev to return certain balls. But in saying that, you never know. And then Khachanov, I guess, has to, in terms of Khachanov's, I guess the key things for him to do to succeed is I think he has to Khachanov has to be proactive and he has to back his game like he did against Quinn Busta against PCV because to be honest with you, if you look at that match, he enforced a lot of errors into PCV's game, which you don't normally see. Now, Zverev is, when Zverev is clicking anyway, he is a relatively aggressive player, right? I think we can agree with that. Sometimes he can be a bit passive, and that's normally when he's quite tight and he's not really hitting through his ground strokes. But it seems, considering what we saw in the semi-final, that he will be trying to hit the ball cleanly and he won't be holding back. So if that's the case, then Khachanov needs to really be clever with the way he plays. He loves the in-to-win forehand, does Khachanov as well. If he's going to hit that, right, then he needs to really make it count. The reason why I say that is because Zverev his go-to shot on the forehand side is to go cross-court. So if Khachanov's going to go in to the forehand of Zverev, then Zverev will just go, thank you. If he reads it and he gets across to it, he will just completely cream a forehand cross court, and Khachanov will be in trouble, or he'll end up conceding the point. So I think that's something that he'll need to look into. Does he vary it up and come to the net a little bit? Maybe, but I don't know if that's really something in Khachanov's repertoire that he consistently does, to be honest with you. But in terms of serving, it's going to be really, really important. That's going to be where we're going to see points. Are we going to get 3 points, for example, from Khachanov, where he's serving well? Same with Zverev as well. And the serve return, I think, battle is definitely a key in this match. But I think the biggest key for someone like Zverev is to find rhythm. If he finds rhythm, most likely, I can't see, for example, if the level that Zverev played in the semi-final plays against the level that Khachanov played against PCB, I don't see Zverev losing. But that level from it'll be competitive, right? As in, I could see, for example, two close sets, or I could see a three-setter. But I just can't see Zverev losing to Khachanov if Khachanov plays that level in the same. And I have to be honest with you, the level that Khachanov played in the semi-final of the Olympics, I genuinely think that is the best level I've seen him play. I watched him against Korda. I actually watched him live at Wimbledon against Shapovalov. He played really well in that as well. But I think against PCB in the semi-final against Pablo Carreño Busta, he played some really good tennis. And I think if he can find that level again, he has a chance. Then he has to hope that Zverev doesn't find that what, to be honest, was an elite level against Djokovic. Then he's got a chance. But I think he's definitely up against it. But the head-to-head, right, does say that, look, it could be nip and tuck and be a bit even. We've got here the poll updated to 62% Zverev, 38% Khachanov. Nice, okay. Adilsis Clark through as Aliev is disqualified. I'm assuming you're talking about Fraser Clark, are you? Yeah, you're talking about Fraser Clark, who's a hopeful for Britain. Right, okay, so we should get underway in a few minutes here at Tokyo 2020. It looks like the women's doubles has finally come to an end, and they've also done the podium. So that's all done. We should have the men coming out relatively shortly to grace us even. I'm just gonna get my laptop charger actually, because my laptop, I don't want to during the match have to go and get it. So I'm just gonna quickly get it. So I'll be back in 2 seconds. Please do keep the votes coming through because it's looking good. And we'll see what you guys think. And also, even when the match is going on, I update it, and I don't mind. A little bit of bias throughout the match is good fun. And a deal as well saying that about Zverev, I think is a very good point, to be honest with you. Okay, I'm just going to quickly get my charger, my laptop charger. I'll be 2 minutes maximum, probably about 1 minute, 30 seconds. But yeah, we should be underway in about 5 minutes here, I think is what we're hoping for. So they should be coming on any minute now to warm up. So fingers crossed they do. I'll be back in a second. Thank you. I'm back. So I just got my laptop charger. For those who don't know and are like, why is there a blank screen on my YouTube? Right, okay, so I don't like this. Like, in between the matches, they just kind of show Tokyo 2020, and then obviously, I guess that's when the adverts are coming on the TV. But yeah, I'm glad I'm not watching on the TV, and I'm glad I'm watching it on. So basically on Sky Go, which is here in the UK. Right, so here we go. Men's singles, Alexander ZVEREV, number 4 seed against Karen KHACHANOV, the 12th seed in this Olympic draw. So the guys that have voted, right, and you're pretty strong on it. So we've got ZVEREV 67%. So 2/3 of you have gone with ZVEREV, 1/3 with Khachanov so far. Actually, I'm more interested in the people that have voted for Khachanov in the live chat and comments. Let me know why you've gone with Khachanov. I'm just interested to know actually, because I think I'm finding it very hard to see how he wins unless like Zverev chokes really. So let me know why you've gone with him, because I think it's a very interesting pick, and I want to know why. I want to pick your brains on it. Deal says, yeah, Jack Grealish. My take on it is that it's a lot of money for one player, and he's pretty decent, but I don't know. I think they've got loads of good players. I'm not quite sure if he'll even start for them, so we'll see. We'll see how that one goes. Guys, please do remember as well to smash the like button if you don't mind. I think we've only got one like. Come on, get the likes going before the match starts. So you don't have to be disturbed about liking it during the match. I do appreciate it. Yeah, and let me know as well how you think this is going to go. I guess a lot of people are going with Zverev, which is cool, but Khachanov I think is a very solid player. And I think either way, even if we get 2 sets of tennis, which could be the case, either way, I do think that it will be some pretty exciting tennis for those 2 sets. And the reason why I say that is because both guys do go for their ground strokes. They're not going to hold back. They're going to be pretty proactive in the way that they play. So yeah, I do appreciate it. Guys as well, yeah, please do remember to smash the like button if you don't mind, because it's just going to help this video get out there. So as soon as the final starts, we'll be able to get more people in the chat and also help this channel to grow, which is fantastic. And I can only, like, genuinely, this channel doesn't grow without your guys' support. So I appreciate it. So any help towards it is really, really helpful. Adil says, I voted for Zverev because of him beating Djokovic. Only reason I can think of. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you look at it from a level point of view or the weapons that each has, then you pick Zverev as well, right? I mean, for me, I think the only reason that you pick Khachanov, and this is again no offense to Khachanov because I think he's a good player, is that you think that, for example, Zverev is going to choke or he hasn't been serving particularly well, and you think, oh no, there might be a few, like, you know, there might be 10 double faults, 8 double faults in the match, right? And that can really swing a match, any match. It doesn't matter how good you are. So yeah, I think it'll be very interesting to see how it goes. As Khachanov now is finally on court and Zverev comes out as well. So this is going to be, finally we have a yeah, finally we've got a little bit of action, which is fantastic. Right, so Zverev now on court as well. So we're going to get a match here, guys. Finally. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Much better, though. Don't want to have this like starting at flipping 9:30 when we said we started at 8. Crazy. Thing is, it's interesting because the women's went on longer than they scheduled. They only played 2 sets, though. So I'm not sure what's going on with the scheduling, but it can't be very good because yesterday as well, the women's singles, I was actually going to cover the women's singles final, and because I thought I basically had to go out somewhere, and I thought, oh, I can fit that in. I can just fit it in. It was at 10 a.m. UK time, and I thought, oh, I can do that. I can do that. You know, just about to squeeze that in, and then next thing you know, no, didn't happen. And I was like, what? What do you mean? Why is that not happening? And it was actually still a bronze medal match for the women's. And for those who joined me yesterday for Djokovic and Karen KHACHANOV, thank you, appreciate it. It's a fantastic turnout. Genuinely, like, it was great. It was a fantastic match as well. Karen PCB playing extremely well, like, genuinely. If he plays like that in the US Open, people are going to be in trouble. I'll tell you that. He's definitely a dark horse. PCB. It's interesting, right? Because I feel like now it's getting to a point where in the Grand Slams, especially when they've then beaten some of the big players, it's can you avoid getting upset in the early rounds? Because if you can, then you are in a very good position. But otherwise, right, it's tough because best of 5 as well. Like it's a different ball game, and the big 3, as we like to call them, are a lot better in best of 5s. And you'd expect them, I guess, to be less so as they get older because they'd be more kind of metal, I guess, metal to the pedal. But they're not really. They actually prefer it. Although Djokovic has he's campaigned, hasn't he, for best of 3? For it to change, I guess maybe because the schedule is so robust. Right, let's go through Karen KHACHANOV's road to the final. Beating Nishioka in 3 sets. Lost his first set of the tournament to Nishioka, which was a pretty tough first round, by the way. Duckworth beat him in straights. Schwartzman won in 3, losing the second set 2-6, but won the first and third set 6-1. And then obviously beating Karena Buster as well in that semi. So he's a damn good player, though, Khachanov. And to watch him play live, he was just so solid. He looked really good off both wings, not just the forehand, but the backhand as well is very, very solid. And the forehand, I think at times he's had a problem with in terms of finding his range and really being able to dictate with it. But he was able to. Alexander ZVEREV came through Yen Xuan, 6-1, 6-3, then Galan, the Colombian, 6-2, 6-2, Balishvili, 6-4, 7-6, Jeremy Chardy, who was in fantastic form in the quarter, 6-4, 6-1. And then the huge upset and the huge win against Novak Djokovic, 1-6, 6-3, 6-1. Obviously, he was 6-1 and he was, I think, 3-2 and a breakdown in that second set. Managed to come back, and the way that he came back was unbelievable, genuinely unbelievable. We just finished here. Djokovic for the bronze little match. He'll probably be thinking, well, hold on. Right. So yeah, very, very good from Alexander ZVEREV. Right, let's see how ZVEREV does. Oh, it's making that noise again, isn't it? Right, okay, 1 second. Right, hopefully that's better for you guys. I'm not sure why my sorry, Aj sort of looks live in Urdu. First for words. I'm only in chat. Looks live in first for words. I'm only in chat. Fair enough. Oh, that's fine, man. That is fine. No problem. Can anyone hear anyone hear static? Please let me know if you can hear any static, please, on the stream, because if so, then I need to. Yeah, guys, let me know if you can hear any static, please, on the stream. If you can hear any static, then please do let me know, because I don't want you guys to be listening to any static. So please do say in the chat if there is an issue with the static, please. Right, so they're warming up and we're about to start. Let's get this going. Right, okay, so guys, in terms of static, yeah, you can hear it. Okay, fine. Right, here we go. We're going to have Novak Djokovic not in the final. How you thought I was going to say he was in the final, but he's not. It's Alexander ZVEREV versus Karen KHACHANOV, and they are going to be competing in the Olympic final. And we're about to get underway here. It looks like they are about to start. They've had their little warm up, and hopefully they're going to start now, because we have been very much looking forward to this, and I'm looking forward to it as well. And I don't want to be in a position where we don't watch this. So yeah, thank you very much, guys, for joining as well. Please remember to smash the like button if you haven't already. I do appreciate it. And of course, do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Right, Alexander ZVEREV, I think it looks like he is going to start off for us. So let's see how that one goes. and I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. Right, so let's see how this one starts off. So Karen KHACHANOV starting off here, and I'm looking forward to this one massively. I really am. So it's not going to be. It's going to be the Russian or the Olympic Committee Russian starts off with a huge serve down the tee, absolutely massive from the Russian player, and 15 love, and that's a good start. That's a good start. Very good. Or again down the tee this time, again into the forehand as Zverev this time though, then forehand to forehand exchange. Zverev crunching the ball. He really is crunching the ball. He's trying to start off fast here, Zverev, and make sure he's in the rally. Backhand to backhand exchange, then KHACHANOV goes down the line with his backhand. Then a huge forehand down the line from the Russian. Backhand cross court, but he misses it, so he nets the backhand cross court, and it's 15 all. So interesting start here, and I think it's showing. I don't think there's any tightness particularly with either player. I think it's just a question of can someone like, for example, Zverev, if he gets an early break, then it will make a huge difference, won't it? So KHACHANOV will be hoping to avoid giving him any inroads here. So at 15 all, he's probably thinking I need to get 30-15 up as soon as possible. That's fine, no problem, mate. QualityShot, yeah, no worries. Right, so here we go. KHACHANOV 30-15 up. And doing well. Good serve to the backhand of Zverev. And then it's a huge forehand cross court, but he's still in the rally here. Zverev, and he's somehow surviving. But then it's another fantastic forehand down the line. And Zverev, unfortunately, cannot make that ball. And the defensive slice on the backhand side goes long. So very, very impressive stuff early doors here from the Russian. And he's looking pretty strong here, to be fair to him. And that's what we want to see. Or huge. Absolutely huge. And what a fantastic game for the Russian to start off with. It's a huge serve down the tee on the juice side. And I tell you what, that is definitely a good marker to put down early doors here in this Olympic final. He'll be thinking that's a fantastic start. And it is a fantastic start because it just then, I guess, sets precedent that, look, I'm not going to give you anything easy now. You guys are going to have to really, really make me, or you're going to have to be very good in your return game if you want to have a look in. So if KHACHANOV sounds like that, it's going to be an extremely interesting matchup. Let's see how Zverev, I guess, starts off here. And in terms of the poll, should we have a look? So we've got 67% Zverev still, so still 2/3 actually. We've had quite a few more votes since then. And Zverev starts off with an unbelievable ace down the tee, and basically a carbon copy of the last point where KHACHANOV hit exactly the same serve, 203 kilometers per hour by the German, absolutely huge. This time goes into the backhand of KHACHANOV again, and it's 210 kilometers per hour, and it's out wide on the ad side, 30 love, and he started off here serving incredibly well. Or big again, but this time doesn't quite make it. So we do have a second serve for the Russian to have a look at here. Into the backhand side, and he loops the backhand return, just clipping the line, and we're into the rally backhand to backhand exchange. I think that could be a key battle here. Zverev actually going long in the end with his backhand. Is he? Or was it KHACHANOV? Oh no, it looks like it was KHACHANOV who went long. That's interesting. From looking at that, it's a good thing I'm not a line judge, isn't it? That's the thing. Right, 40 love here, and Zverev goes down the line, or tries to go down the tee even, sorry, with the serve from the ad side. Into the forehand of the Russian, but the serve crashes into the net, so second serve here. Because second serve into the backhand side, a cross-court return, and then Khachanov just surviving this rally. Zverev comes forward into the net, and Khachanov tries to pass him with a cross-court forehand, but it goes wide. So 1-1 and two very, very quick service games. Khachanov, or Khachanov even, sorry, I should probably pronounce his name right. Khachanov serving to 15 or holding to 15, and Zverev holding to love. So some very, very good serving early doors here. And it's impressive, actually, from both to come out the way they have, I think, especially on the serve. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of nerves, really, from either. I think they're pretty relaxed. And I wonder if a lack of crowd helps. That's a very good serve from Khachanov. Again, I think he's going to try and utilize that serve down the tee on the juice side quite a lot here. He's kind of exclusively gone for it early doors here in the first, whatever it is, 3 serves. And it's worked a treat, as it's an unreturnable return from Zverev, who manages to put the return into the net. So here we go, good serve into the backhand side. It's a decent, it was a fantastic return from Zverev cross court, and then he opens up the in-to-win forehand as Khachanov goes backhand cross court, and he hits a huge forehand into win. Zverev, very, very good tennis from the German. The return was just so deep, and Khachanov basically shoveled that backhand cross court, hoping not to get hurt, and unfortunately he did. This time goes out wide to the forehand, Khachanov, and then Zverev goes huge with a forehand down the line, and that's another point for the big German. So he's 15-30 here for Khachanov, and he's in a little bit of trouble here because this point is huge. He loses this point, and he has to then save 2 break points to get through this game. And Zverev out of nowhere just switched it on, and he's found a couple of absolutely mahoosive forehands, one into win and one down the line in the rallies, and it's definitely helped. I think the returning, to be honest with you, has set those up though, right? The depth on the returns has been very good in those 2 points. So let's see if he can do more of the same here. Yeah, good into the forehand side. Now into a rally. Zverev goes down the line with the backhand. Oh, and he shanks. He completely shanks that backhand cross court. That was a chance. He was coming forward as well. He was trying to hit a backhand cross court to approach, and unfortunately just shanks it wide. So that's disappointing for him. Very, very disappointing for him, unfortunately. But what can he do? What can he do? Right, okay, so we're now in a position here where Khachanov has a little bit of a buffer at 30-all, and that's a huge serve, or it just misses the line. So I don't know, it's a tight point now. Let's see a second serve as well, 30-all. Oh, I look like a double, you know. Or it doesn't matter though, because he shovels the backhand into the net. Flipping heck, crazy from Khachanov. There's a break point opportunity early on here from Zverev. Smain says hi, Fazan. Hi, Smain. How you doing, buddy? Right. Khachanov 30-40 here, and it's a breakpoint opportunity early doors here for the big German. Let's see what he can do. Oh, the Russian missing the first serve. This is a huge opportunity now. He'll be thinking, I've got to cash in, and it's very hard to disagree. Goes into the backhand side, and now we're into a rally. Zverev will be thinking, I have to just make him hit as many balls as possible, really be proactive, and he is. That's a huge forehand down the line. Comes forward, he's got the smash, and he gets the break with an incredibly well put together point from Alexander Zverev. That is absolutely sublime, really, to be honest with you. Really, really impressive stuff from Alexander Zverev, and he gets the early break here. And I tell you what, if they're serving the way they are, it's going to be very hard to get the break back. But let's see. They always say that the most probable time to get a break is normally once you've just been broken. So I don't know whether that's going to make a big difference or not. We will see. But either way, a very, very good start here from Alexander ZVEREV as he gets the early break, and now he is 2-1 up and a break up, so he will be serving to consolidate his break. We've got 70% of people saying that they think ZVEREV will win, 30% Khachanov, and I'm assuming that percentage for ZVEREV will go up if he consolidates the break as well. Right, so here we go. ZVEREV is just looking very, very good, if I'm being honest with you. He's looking very good, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of this, please. More of this. Right, so Khachanov just having a little bit of a drink there, and it's a very interesting matchup here because I feel like it's going to sound so rude, but it seems like ZVEREV is a more powered version of Khachanov. Their games are relatively similar, I would say. I'd say they're pretty similar style of player, but ZVEREV just has more power in his game, and that kind of showed in that last game. In a few of those crucial points, struggled quite a bit to kind of keep up with Khachanov, if I'm being honest with you. Well, here we go, 2-1, and ZVEREV. Oh, he's pointing to someone. He's not happy. He's not happy, ZVEREV. He's like, what are you doing? Get him away. I'm trying to serve. I can't see anything. Oh. ZVEREV missing the first serve. Here we go. Yeah, good second serve there from ZVEREV into the backhand side. Backhand down the line. Now into rally. Fantastic. Oh, misses the backhand cross court though, ZVEREV at the angle. Pretty ambitious shot really from ZVEREV, but if he made it, it would have looked fantastic. But doesn't end up making it, unfortunately. So love 15 here. And Khachanov's thinking, come on, let's keep on enforcing those mistakes, and let's also be proactive, make ZVEREV be uncomfortable, because I want to get to love 30 here and open up some chances. Oh my gosh, that's so good from ZVEREV. So good. He hits an aggressive forehand. It's a backhand, sorry, even down the line. And the backhand on the line is really good after a defensive slice from Khachanov. Then he comes into the net and puts away the volley. Extremely good play. And I think, to be honest, that's the right play against someone like Khachanov. He's very solid from the back of the court. But ZVEREV comes to the net and vary it up. And he's such a big guy as well. And he is pretty composed at the net. Make a huge difference. So 15 all here. And Alexander ZVEREV definitely doing very, very well. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, so slice into the backhand of ZVEREV. What a drop shot from the German. That is impressive. Really, really impressive stuff from the big German. That is an incredible drop shot. It's a backhand slice drop shot, and it's after Khachanov had hit a slice deep actually on the backhand side. Cross court to ZVEREV, and ZVEREV said, our slice does deserve slice, as Gil would say, and basically just hitting a fantastic slice drop shot. Then it's an incredible forehand. ZVEREV is hitting winners left, right, and center here, and this is going to be really hard for Khachanov if ZVEREV plays like this, because he is just come out and he's playing some incredible tennis, and Khachanov's having to play off the back foot. It's an incredible forehand whipped cross court at the angle from ZVEREV, and he's 40-15 up, and he just looks like kind of like Kronobusta yesterday, a man possessed, to be honest with you. And that forehand return goes wide from Khachanov, and he's 3-1 up here. And he started off really, really fast as the German. And it's now a question of can Khachanov weather the storm, because this set and this match could get away from him very quickly if he lets ZVEREV continue in this rhythm. ZVEREV is looking like he is completely there. Khachanov, to be honest, doesn't look terrible, but that break of serve and in the rallies, he just looks like he doesn't have big enough weapons to hit with ZVEREV, and that's an issue at the moment because he's having to play off the back foot for the most part, which is not a good sign. He's being a bit too passive, maybe. And this is Rory McIlroy hit a 4 in golf. Fair enough. Right, here we go. 1-3, and Khachanov serving to just keep it to a break. That's a fantastic backhand, though, from Khachanov, as Zverev goes into win with the backhand return, and then Khachanov crunches a fantastic backhand cross court. So really impressive stuff from the Russian, and a good start to this service game as well. He's got his cap on backwards as well, like Berrettini does. It's a good serve into the backhand as Zverev, and it's a unreturnable serve as he dumps the forehand into the net. So 30 love, and this is a good start from the Russian. Very, very good start, to be honest with you. Impressive stuff. Good serve out wide to the forehand side. Zverev goes deep with the return, but it's loop. He's got a lot of time here. Khachanov, then he comes forward with an approach. And I think, has he put? Oh, he's missed it. That was a gimme, really. Zverev just floating a ball up mid-court. Khachanov coming forward. Just need to crunch that forehand shorter an angle. It's one of those shots that you'd expect to put away. Anyone would expect to put away, really. Just missing. And unfortunately, now I can see in that point. So 30-15 though, but he's looking pretty solid in the service game, it has to be said. And a second serve here for Zverev to have a look at. But the second serve into the forehand side, and then a huge forehand down the line from Khachanov from a middle court position. Then a huge into-in forehand, and Khachanov showing me that he's got some weapons as a huge forehand, almost a smash really from Khachanov. And Zverev hits the top of the net cord, and it loops over and just misses the line. So 40-15 here for Khachanov, and Zverev having a look to see, but I think that was out. You know what, though? See, this is what Khachanov needs to do more of. He's going to have to go a bit bigger, right? He's going to have to go a bit bigger in the matches. Ooh, says Benoit pairing gold. What do you mean? What do you mean? Are you talking about me? No, you can't be talking about me. I don't like Benoit Pair. I don't know who you're talking about, but yeah. Let me know. Oomp. I don't know what that name is, but fair enough. Fantastic serve from Khachanov. Nope, it's not, because it's just crashed into the net. So 40-15 here, and a second serve here for Zverev to have a look at. You'd expect Khachanov to close this game out. He's been pretty comfortable, I think, as well. And he has... No, he hasn't. He hasn't, because 40-30... Adia says, will you stream Premier League games once the Olympics are over on the 8th of August? Mate, do you know how many sports I'm doing? I'm doing tennis, I'm doing cricket, and I am doing boxing. I'm not doing this full time yet. Hopefully I will do. So guys, please do support the channel. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you want me to do stuff like football, I need your guys' support. Genuinely, like liking the video really helps. Subscribing, sharing the video, anything you can do to help. If you want, for example, like Adil wants me to start doing football, mate, I need to basically do this full time. I need to get more people on board. The only way I can do that was with your guys' support. But not pairing gold as a classic, by the way. Very good from Khachanov, by the way. Just closing out that game, and he is looking in much better. Said, do you do soccer? I don't at the moment, but it's something that I've wanted to start doing on the channel for a long time. But unfortunately, just time-wise, like because I don't do it full-time and I do 3 other sports at the moment, to do 4, I would love to do it, but I need you guys to help me. So at the moment, we're relatively new channel. We've gone past 1K subs, so we're looking to get to 2K ASAP, and also just push on from there. So kind of anything that you guys can contribute towards it, whatever it's like, sharing, whatever, please do so. And yeah, and that is a goal. Like if the channel gets bigger, then we will be adding sports to it. Simple, and football will be the next one. I added tennis to the channel. Football is the next step. So please do continue to support the channel so I can get more people in as well. That's the whole point, right? Get more people involved. Cool. Right, here we go. So Zverev is serving here. Your prono for US Open? What do you mean? I am doing the US Open, yeah. I'll be covering the US Open very very comprehensively. We'll be doing day-to-day reviews. I'll be doing live streams like this, watch-alongs, and also I will be doing previews probably of the tournament, maybe with Gil Gross, who I did the Olympic preview with, and also did a Wimbledon review with, who's very, very good. Do check out his channel, tennis analyst and journalist as well. Also, yeah, with some other people potentially as well, collabing, and also I will be doing a review of the tournament and bits and pieces around it. So yeah, draw preview, etc. as well. Means preview for the US Open. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I'll probably be doing one, if not by myself. I'm trying. So I had Gil Gross on for the Wimbledon review and also the US Open preview. So I'm going to try. Sorry, the Wimbledon review and the Olympics preview. So I will be doing a US Open preview 100%. That would definitely be done, and it'll be a comprehensive one. And most likely, I'll probably do two separate ones, one for the men's and one for the women's, just because I feel like otherwise the video is too long. And I just feel like some people are only interested in the women's and some people are only interested in the men's. Says Djokovic will win or screw up in the US Open as Zverev goes. Oh, Zverev's doing well, man. 30 love up. He's looking good. It's looking good. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I think realistically, he goes into it the favourite. So I think the safe money is to say he's going to win. But honestly, I don't know. I just feel like it's now a question of, well, Djokovic is performing well. This year he's been incredible, right? He's won 3 Grand Slams. Yeah, okay, he didn't obviously win a medal at the Olympics, but it can go one of two ways. It can either fuel him for the US Open, like it has in the past, like when he takes a loss, then he kind of bounces back and he's really fired up and motivated. Or it could go against him, and maybe some of the other players think, hold on, we can actually beat him. He's not as unbeatable as we maybe thought. As Zverev crunches a forehand, comes into the net, it's a backhand volley that's a bit too deep, but then puts away the drop volley on the backhand side. Very, very good. Had to volley twice out the net, but did very well to go 40-15 up. So, yeah, I think is realistically, who else is going to win it? I think then you have to look at, for example, if Zverev wins today, he will take a lot of confidence going to the US Open because he'll think, I beat Djokovic and I also beat Khachanov in the final, but he'll just say, like, I'll go gold medal, right? Karen Buster, for example, will take a lot of confidence, but I think he's more of a dark horse. I don't think he's in my top 5 people. But he obviously beat Djokovic and Medvedev, number 1 and number 2 seeds. Then you look at someone like Medvedev, you look at Tsitsipas. Is team going to be fit? If he's going to be fit, is he going to be able to rediscover the form that he had for a number of years, 3-4 years, and then just suddenly lost it all of a sudden? I don't know. And then Nadal, Rafa. But realistically, like, I think Rafa, the US Open court, they suit his game because they're a bit slower, the hard courts there at the US Open. So they're similar. They play similarly to clay or at the French, but he hasn't beaten Djokovic or Federer on a hard court or grass court for a number of years now. So that is the toughest thing. And says Nadal is in a mission against Djokovic at the US Open. Yeah, he will be. But I think the biggest question is, can he beat him on a hard court? Because I don't think he can. And hold on, this is opening up here because Khachanov has a break point opportunity. And this has come out absolutely nowhere. Khachanov, he opened it up after a fantastic point, coming to the net after a drop shot attempt from, oh my God, crazy. Absolutely crazy stuff. What is going on? But it's back to juice. And Zverev having to save a break point here. And it doesn't look like Zverev's going to have it all his own way here. Khachanov is going to make him work for it. And that's what we like to see. We like to see some competitive tennis, not some one-way traffic. And that's definitely what we're seeing here. Very good serve from Zverev into the forehand of Khachanov, which took it back to juice. And Alexander Zverev is looking extremely solid here. Like, he's going to have to take a lot of mental, I think a lot mental fortitude like well, because I just don't feel like Khachanov is going to lie down. I think he's going to have to work for it. Zverev, he's going to have to play good tennis, and that's a huge in-to-win forehand, which opens up game point. That is absolutely massive from Alexander Zverev. Just crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy. Right, advantage to Zverev, who's serving to the backhand side, and I don't know, man. Like Zverev, when he's serving well, it's just frightening to watch because the second serve is flipping quick as well. It's not slow. Second serve into the backhand side, and then backhand to backhand exchange. And Zverev, he saved that break point, takes the game after a very good couple of forehands into the Khachanov backhand, and he consolidates that break yet again. He's 4-2 up here, and he's 2 service games away from taking this first set and being halfway towards capturing that gold medal. I mean, the second German ever to do it, which would be incredibly impressive, to be honest. Khachanov this time going out wide to the forehand of Zverev, who goes wide with it. So 15 love, and Khachanov, I don't know, I think he's definitely playing some good tennis. I don't think the break is because he hasn't played well. I just think Zverev played extremely well for a couple of games, 2-3 games, and that's been the difference in this first set so far. They've been relatively even in the rest of it as Khachanov goes completely wild with his ball toss and has to let it drop. Here we go, forehand from Zverev, and then it's a big backhand cross court, good depth, and Khachanov cannot handle that depth, and as they say, depth kills. And unfortunately, that goes long. So Zverev is looking pretty good here. Let's have a look. Wilm says, I'll bet Zverev at US Open. He's playing great tennis at the moment. His serve is impressive. Look, to be honest with you, Zverev is not a bad shot, but the biggest issue with Zverev, and the biggest issue throughout his whole career, in the big moments at times, when he hasn't been able to then go on, like for example, he was super impressive in the ATP Tour finals, right? Djokovic in the final, really impressive a couple of years ago. US Open final against Dominic Thiem had opportunity there. He got the yips on the serve, and he served so many double faults. Now, the biggest question is, has he got past that? Because at Wimbledon, he had the same thing. If you remember, against Felix Auger-Aliassime, he was a break-up in both of that first and second set. He was a break-up. He was actually exactly here. He was 4-2 up and a break in both the first and second sets. And then guess what happened? He got a serving yips, and he got broken, and he lost both those sets. Now, the biggest question is, he's come to the Olympics right after Wimbledon. Has he got over that? Now, one tournament to me doesn't let me know that he's over it. Even if he wins this, I think, like, really good player. But has he got over those serving double faults? Has he got over serving double faults? Has he got over that kind of, I don't know whether it's an action issue or whether it's a mental issue, but has he got over that? I don't know, but I think he needs more consistency. Yeah. Oh, I don't know, man. Right, so Khachanov is doing pretty well though behind his serve, and yeah. I don't know, like, I just think that Khachanov is a good player, but I agree, like, Zverev will be in the top 5 favorites of the US Open if he wins today, especially. Khachanov does hold, so he keeps it just a break, and he's still in touching distance. If he manages to get a break back, then he's in a very good position here, Khachanov. So Let's see. Let's see. Do we have any Zverev fans in the chat, or any Khachanov fans in the chat as well? Because whenever I do like Djokovic versus Buster, we have so many like fans, normally of Djokovic, right? Whenever I do a Djokovic match, I mean, there's a load of people that are super happy about. Yeah. Adil says, once you start footy streams, stream Liverpool games, have the lineup last stream, put that in the 4-4-3 formation on the screen right hand side. Doing 4-3-3. Yeah. Yeah, mate. I mean, look, I'm happy to do stuff like football, so I need your guys' support. Like, genuinely, for the channel to work, it needs people to support it and for us to improve and add stuff to it. Like, for example, football is so huge. Of course, I want to do it, but the reason why I haven't done it yet is because it just takes up a lot of time. There's a lot of football going on. It's not just Premier League as well, like obviously Champions League, the Euros, blah blah, etc. And Premier League, for example, is every week and it's multiple games. So it's just, can we do it? Now, if we can, then fantastic. But the only way to do that is for you guys to support channels. Please remember to smash the like button and subscribe. And obviously, and if you're here just for the tennis as well, of course, we will be doing a lot of tennis stuff. We covered Australian Open, we covered the French Open, we covered Wimbledon, covered the Olympics. We covered some of the clay court swing as well, Monte Carlo, Rome. We'll probably be doing Cincinnati as well. Yeah, so do keep supporting. I do appreciate everyone who has subscribed already as well. And if you like the videos, well, thank you. If not, please do remember to do so. So 4-3 up here. And Zverev still a breakup and looking to consolidate that break. And I tell you what, he's looking pretty solid here, Alexander Zverev. He's looking like a man who knows what to do, doesn't he? Yeah, he does. I believe that he is going to win this match, but you never know. Never know. Oh, huge stuff from Zverev. And just like how Uwump said, the serve is just huge for Zverev, isn't it? It's just huge. Uwump says, should Federer retire this year? No. I'll tell you why. Losing to her catch 6-love at Wimbledon, the quarterfinals, you can't retire like that. So I think he will have one more season, as long as he's like able to, as long as there's like no injury, etc. Zverev crunching the forehand here. Khachanov is a couple of meters behind the baseline, but does well with a good depth. And actually now he's pushing Zverev back behind the baseline. Good depth actually from both players. Huge into-out forehand from Khachanov. And then Zverev tries to go backhand cross court and misses it. So 15 all here. And this is a very good start to this return game from Khachanov. He's managing to establish himself in the rallies and impose himself a little bit, which is a good sign for him. He's definitely, you can see he's definitely fancying taking on this return game. But yeah, so I think Federer will have one more season next year. I think he will try and give it a go. I reckon in terms of slams, what a serve from Zverev down the tee, 30-15, and a huge from the juice side going towards the backhand of Khachanov, but Khachanov can get nowhere near that unbelievable serve, and it is just a thing of beauty, that serve, to be honest with you. Everyone wants that. It's a big ball toss from Zverev, and then a huge into-out forehand. He puts away the forehand 40-15, and he's looking very solid now in these last couple of points. Looks like he's going to hold this service game and hold it pretty well here, just finding a little bit of form, not just on the serve, but on that forehand side as well. Big serve into the forehand of Khachanov, and then very good return, though, at the toes of Zverev. Good backhand, deep from Khachanov, and then a fantastic backhand on the line, and it forces the mistake from Zverev, who has to only dump that forehand into the net, trying to go cross court. But yeah, so I think Federer will have one season next year. I reckon he'll definitely play Wimbledon, obviously. In terms of winning a slam, I think I hate to say if there's any Federer fans in the chat, and I do love Federer, but I don't think he's got another slam left in him. I think if he does, it will have to be Wimbledon, and they'll probably have to make the surface a bit quicker because it's a bit slower now than it used to be. Kyrgios not happy with the surface this year. Watched him live as well; he was great. So I don't know. I just think that you can maybe have a chance to straighten, like arguably, as Khachanov goes wide with forehand. Arguably, the Australian Open surface is a little bit quicker than the Wimbledon surface nowadays because the grass has got slower. 5-3 to Zverev here, by the way. He's one game away from the first set after holding those 15. So impressive stuff from the German. So I think he could. His best bet, Federer, is to do well at the Australian Open or Wimbledon. I don't think he's going to do well at the French Open or the US. Too slow the surface. So realistically, and also he probably has to. I think at this stage, even though I said Nadal's not beaten Federer and Djokovic on hard courts or grass courts in a few years, what a forehand return from Zverev, by the way, off that first of Khachanov. 15-love, beautiful return winner from the German, and Khachanov just going straight into the hitting zone of Zverev, and he just absolutely creams that forehand cross court. I think the issue is that if Federer meets Djokovic or Nadal at the Australian Open or at Wimbledon, I think he loses now, just because of age, nothing else. I think he'll give Nadal a very good match on either, because I think, obviously, because of the surface. But, Zverev comes forward after a fantastic forehand cross-court, comes to the net, and then, unfortunately, tries to hit the drive volley on the backhand, and it clips top of the net and goes onto his side of the net. So he is now at 15-all, and he's trying, Zverev, actually, to close out this set on the return game, but Khachanov doing a very good job here so far to hold him at bay. But yeah, so I think Federer needs to get a bit of fortune, basically, to win on the Grand Slam, which would mean not facing Nadal or Djokovic in a slam. Oh, that's fantastic from Khachanov again. Serve volley as well, really impressive. And if that happens, then he might have a chance, maybe. But apart from that, I just think it's so tough. It's so tough. I mean, can you imagine Federer, for example, beating Nadal in a semi-final and then beating Djokovic in a final? I can't see that. And that could be a very real possibility that he'd have to face to win one. So it's difficult. It's difficult. Right, 30-15 here to Khachanov, and Zverev just changing his racket with his necklace that he's got. He's very old school, isn't he? The way that he dresses, Alexander Zverev, like the headband and the kind of hair, the kind of gold chain around his neck as well. It's very old school. Like even the chain looks pretty old. Looks like an old school chain. So we've got here, by the way. So we've got over 30 votes so far, and 73% saying Zverev, 23% Khachanov. That's not surprising at all. Right, so 30-all here, and Zverev is thinking, can I get an opportunity here? But Khachanov doing really well and opening up a game point. It's impressive. It's impressive from Khachanov to kind of keep his composure here. And yes, he may lose a set, but he's making sure that he's hanging in there. And I think that's important because at the moment, Zverev's playing some impressive tennis, and he'll probably be hoping, can Zverev please just fall away a little bit in that second set? We shall see. So Khachanov now he's taking it to juice though, Zverev. Zverev doing what Zverev's been doing in the last couple of days with a fantastic return deep, and then a really good forehand down the line. And the backhand finding that cross court, and then Khachanov tries to go big down the line on the backhand and missing it, so going long, which has now opened up juice. Khachanov is under pressure here, let's be honest, because it loses this point, and I think it's going to be very, very difficult. I don't know. Juice here, and I genuinely think this in all tennis matches. If you get broken to then, so if you're already a breakdown right? And then you get broken again to lose a set, so at like 5-3. Mentally, I feel like that's so bad compared to making him serve out for the set. And even if you lose that set, you're just like, okay, it's only a break. And the opponent thinks, okay, yeah, like, you know, I had to work for that. But if not, then mentally, I feel like it's a big win, big win for the opponent. And he actually does open up a set point here with a fantastic backhand on the line, Alexander ZVEREV. Huge backhand. But Khachanov now has managed to, he's managed to get it back to juice. A big serve, a very big serve, and actually is a good return from ZVEREV on the toes of Khachanov, and Khachanov is just grinding in here really as ZVEREV went just long with a backhand. So really impressive stuff from the Russian and very gritty tennis from the Russian as well. Right, let's see. Khachanov. It's tough, man. It's tough. Who's going to take it? Because I think if Khachanov manages to hold here, there will be some nerves for ZVEREV. There'll be some. I don't know whether it'll be enough to kind of really help Khachanov off. Well, help him out, but let's see. Juice, here we go. Into the backhand of ZVEREV, and now into the rally. ZVEREV crunching the forehand long. So advantage to Khachanov, and he's looking very, very good in these exchanges. He's just looking the more solid in these last couple of points, Khachanov. Very good depth on the ground strokes and really forcing the error from ZVEREV in a couple of the instances. So impressive stuff from the Russian, and looking to really make ZVEREV work here, and that's exactly what he needs to do. Here we go, Khachanov. 3-5, an advantage up though. Big backhand from ZVEREV, and then it's a looping backhand to the backhand side of Khachanov. Tries to go into out, and it's not the right play because he hasn't done enough with it. And ZVEREV crunches a backhand down the line. So ZVEREV is not going anywhere. He wants the break and he wants the set now. And he's saying, look, I'm not going to let you have it. I want to take the set now. What do you think of the shirt, the German shirt? It's like it says white, and then it's got like a, what's the word? It's like transitions into a bit of yellow. It's interesting. Almost looks like it's been spilt paint, kind of a stain. Or Khachanov goes down the line. Does he miss it? He's missed that, I think. He's missed that. ZVEREV comes forward into the net after an approach to the backhand side of Khachanov. I thought Khachanov had made it at first, but as soon as he hit, I thought he was making that. But he has missed it by, oh my gosh, he's missed it by this much. This much. Oh, by the way, I will get to your question after this game. Don't worry, I have not forgotten about you. That opens up set point. I think ZVEREV is a second set point. He's looking. Is Khachanov going to find? That's a very, very. Oh no! Oh, he's missed it. He's missed it. Oh dear! It was a loopy backhand to try and go into play from ZVEREV, and Khachanov came forward, which actually wasn't a bad play. But he misses the forehand volley, and ZVEREV takes his first set. And I personally think now that the second set is ZVEREV's. I find it hard, especially after Khachanov just getting broken there. I do think it's a big mental edge, and I think ZVEREV will now try and look to run through Khachanov. Let's see how that goes. It's going to be very interesting to see if ZVEREV can do it. Should we go through the stats? So let's go through them, and then Umbla, I'll get to your questions as well. Right, so statistics for the set. 3 for ZVEREV, only 2 for Khachanov. So both really not a huge amount, but enough. First serve percentage, both pretty solid, 63%. But the first serve points won, that's where there's a huge difference and disparity. 80% to 59%. And look at second serve points won as well, even 60% to 46%. Winners to unforced errors. Obviously, ZVEREV being the more aggressive, so 9-8, 3-4 for Khachanov, and net points won 89%, 8 out of 9. Really impressive stuff. And ZVEREV just playing the big points better. And Do we not always say that? That, you know, for example, you can play the better tennis overall, but if you don't play better in the big moments, it literally means nothing, unfortunately. But that's life. Right, so I am going to get to the questions. Do not worry, I'm coming. Please do feel free to ask any questions you would wish to as well. Feel free to. Okay, what do we guys think? Do we think Khachanov can come back from here? I'm pretty doubtful, to be honest with you. He's a good player, but I don't know. I don't think he's got the tools to do it. Let's see. William says, no way Federer will win a slam. Nadal can win 3 Roland Garroses and more, and Nadal maybe 2 or 3 slams. So Ulm obviously is a Nadal fan. I'm actually a Nadal fan as well, but I mean I appreciate all the players. Like I don't hate. You know, there's some fans of like Nadal, Djokovic, and Federer who hate the other 2 or 1 or whatever. I'm not that at all. Like I have a feeling that a lot of Nadal and Federer fans, they hate Djokovic. Don't hate him. Like I think he's a fantastic player. Like if you don't like him as a person, up to you. But again, I don't really think we know everyone personally enough to really judge them. But apart from I guess what you see, but look, they're all fantastic players. So yeah, but that's interesting. So you think that Nadal will probably win 3 Roland Garroses? I mean, the problem is, right, that Djokovic beat him this year, and that was a big loss, and that kind of shows that okay, well, Djokovic has beaten me twice here. And especially recently as well, in that recent match, like Djokovic got destroyed in the first set and then he just played so well throughout the rest. And Nadal, it wasn't like Nadal wasn't playing well. He was playing really well and he still got beaten. So that's kind of a worry if you're a Nadal fan, which I am, to be honest with you, just as in, like, Djokovic just looks so strong on clay now. And he always was strong on clay, but it's just Rafa was just a little bit better. But now, I don't know. I don't know if I'm being honest with you. But I think Djokovic will probably win. If I had to guess, I would probably say Djokovic will win 3 or 4 more, maybe. Nadal maybe 2 more, and Federer none. But I don't know. Like this is just me talking off the top of my head. Right, here we go. We're into the second set. Why isn't there a great American tennis player? Oh, no idea. Korda's looking like he's good though. Korda's looking very good. So, I mean, you guys need to get behind Korda. Right? Oh my God, Zverev has taken that first service game so quickly. Incredible stuff. Flipping heck. Just unreal, right? Like, absolutely crazy stuff from Zverev. And he's looking so strong. Like, genuinely looking so strong. So Zverev's shirt's cool, apparently. Okay, fair enough. Danny D says, I have some suggestions for your channel. No problem. You can put it here if you want. Otherwise, feel free, Danny D, please, to ping me on Instagram. My handle's here. You can see on Instagram or on Twitter. It's QualityShot1. On Instagram, it's QualityShot.f. Send me a message with send me suggestions on that, please. And I will do it. Adil says Nadal and Federer is Man United of tennis. Fair enough. And he says the media is terrible. I don't know. What do you mean by media? But yeah, let me know, guys, what you think. If you have any suggestions, then please feel free to ping me. Ping me, buddy. Or if I don't know if you're a girl or guy, but either way, or yeah, please do feel free to ping me, and or even email. Either way is fine with suggestions. Right, 15 all here. Very good. 30-15 from Zverev has got an inroad here now at 15-30 on Khachanov's service game. So looking good, Zverev, and he's just looking so strong here. The serve has been firing, and the forehand especially as well has looked fantastic. Has to be said, like the backhand as well, Zverev has been firing very, very well, especially the backhand on the line, which I think he was firing very well in the Djokovic match. So let's see, eh? Right, 40-15 now, and he's got 2 breakpoint opportunities. So this is what I mean. I said he'd run away with it potentially now, and it looks like he's going to. He's looking extremely strong here, Zverev, and I'm impressed. I'm very impressed with the German here. I think this puts him in fantastic stead. It really does for the. He puts him really, really good stead for the rest of the tournament. Well, sorry, for the US Open even. Right, here we go. So, really good from Zverev. Danny says the media is terrible. It's just that you look too casual sitting and so talking about tennis. Okay, fair enough. And if you want to have a good tennis show, you're too casual. But this isn't a TV channel, Danny D. It's a YouTube channel. But I think what you're not trying to say too casual. You're trying to say that you would like me to be. Yeah, there you go. You said I would prefer if you're at a desk. I normally am at a desk actually, and I normally have a proper mic. But it's very, very early here in the UK, so I don't want to wake people up. So I can't be doing it at 7 a.m. In the UK. I can't really be doing it. So, but if you have a look at my other streams, for example, for Wimbledon, if you see, for example, my Wimbledon streams, you'll see I've got a mic and I'm at a desk. So normally that's my setup, but unfortunately, just not able to do it today. And yeah, the background screen. Yeah, I do have a background screen. It's the Olympics. Gold medal or slam, which matters the most? Gold. Oh no, slam. Gold. The Olympic medal is great. It's like a cherry on the top, but it doesn't mean anything to me, as in terms of like compared to a Grand Slam. Grand Slam is the pinnacle of the sport. Gold medal is a cherry on the top. Danny says, just an observation, no problem at all. But I have seen other YouTube channels on here, so have I. Okay, yeah, no worries. Guys, we've got over 23 people in the chat. Thank you very much for joining. Please remember to smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Zverev is knocking on the door here. He's got a lot of breakpoints. Like Khachanov, he's hanging in here. He's hanging in here. He's trying to weather the storm. But yeah, thank you, Dandy, for the suggestions, by the way. Don't worry, this is a one-off basically. And actually for the US Open as well, I will be at a desk and a mic. Don't worry. And in fact, for my other videos, if you have a look, you'll see, for example, that on live stream as well. Recently, you would see that I'm at a desk with a proper mic. Zverev really knocking on the door here. He wants to get the break. He does get it. Oh, right. Okay. This could be over pretty quickly, to be honest with you. It could be over in a matter of 15, 20 minutes. So do not go anywhere, because I think this, I don't know, it could turn around. We saw it, to be fair. Zverev Djokovic, right? I mean, Djokovic took the first set, and then next thing you know, he was a break up. And then after that, what happened? Zverev turned it around. So, look, it's not over till it's over for sure, but at the moment, Zverev is looking way too strong for Khachanov, and Khachanov is just struggling to keep up, honestly. That's the... yeah, exactly. Danny says, I thought Zverev would win. And I agree with you. I think Zverev will win. Orm says, another slam in Asia would be a great idea. I agree with you, actually, to be honest with you. I think that would be a fantastic idea, because although I think 4 slams is quite a lot. The only way that they could do that, to be honest with you, is if they then cut out some of the Masters tournaments, because the schedule at the moment, like the tennis players are already complaining about the they're already complaining about the what's the word? Sorry, the schedule. Like they're already complaining about the schedule because it's super busy, and I don't blame them. Like the schedule is so, it's just long and it's so packed, and especially with people that they're trying to get ranking points and trying to compete. So Grand Slams, for example, is a great idea. To have another one in Asia would be fantastic. But then they need to, the ITF need to get to a place where they think, okay, we can cut some of these Masters tournaments or ATP. Because thing is, I think it's a bit harsh to cut out the ATP 500s or 250s, because those are good for players that can't necessarily always compete in the Grand Slams. So I think they need to have an agreement to say we're going to cut out these ATP 1000 tournaments, Masters tournaments, and then what we will do is we will have one Grand Slam in Asia. But yeah, well, here we go. This is crazy, by the way, because Zverev is playing so well right now. Forehand to forehand exchange here, 2-love and 15 all. But Khachanov is trying to get an inroad here, and I think he's about to, because it's 15-30 on the Zverev serve, and as he misses a backhand cross court. And I tell you what, Khachanov is looking to break back here. Now, this is a big opportunity. He has to really go for it in this next point now at 15-30. He has to open up 2 break points here, because I tell you what, if he doesn't, you might not get many more opportunities like this. Dandy, they are both Russian background. Yeah, true. There are no slams in Asia unless you're calling Australian Open in Asia. No, Australian Open is Australasia, man. One says, what surface do you suggest for the Asian slam? Oh, God. Well, really good serve. They are both of Russian descent, aren't they? Zverev and Khachanov, which is interesting. Yeah, it's cool. Guys, we've got over 50 people in the chat. You know what I'm going to say to you? Please remember to smash the like button, please, if you don't mind. We need to help the channel to grow. We hit our goal of 1K subs. We're looking to hit 2K subs. And please do remember to smash the subscribe button. The big red button, subscribe button. Please remember to smash it. Huge serve from Zverev. Out wide, 40-30. And he makes sure that he doesn't open up a break point for Khachanov. It's 40-30 here. Really impressive. But yeah, please remember to smash the like button. It's the big thumbs up. And the subscribe button, the big red button. It's all free. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support. And you are all legends for joining. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. 40-30, big serve down the tee to the forehand of Khachanov. Then a huge cross-court forehand from Zverev. He's looking so solid at the moment. It's the volley, and Khachanov, he nearly makes the pass with a slice backhand. Crazy. SPG1 says, hey, mate, not many would support another slam on clay, though. Yeah, and it can't be another hard court. Like, we've got so many hard court tournaments, just carnage. It could be grass. It could be grass, or Danny D says it should be on carpet. Carpet that's a very old school surface, though, Danny D. Carpet, to be honest, isn't it? But they used to do indoor carpet tournaments. They still have a few, don't they? Realistically, I think, why not be grass? Why not be? Could they do grass in Asia? And I guess the only issue is that Wimbledon's supposed to be. But if you guys remember, all the Grand Slams, well, you probably won't remember. I won't, because we're all really old. Well, sorry, we're all really young, aren't we? We're all like under the age of 30, I'm assuming. But all the Grand Slams originally were on grass, apart from the French Open, and they changed to hard courts. They changed to hard courts, right? The Australian Open and the US Open. Danny says, Alex, are you Bulgarian? I'm pretty sure he is. Says, yes, yourself. Too many games in tennis, similar to football. They have lots of games in small days like Christmas period, football starting to get started. Danny says, and the mixed doubles final is all Russians, yeah. And the Croatians did really well in the men's doubles. They won silver and gold. And obviously the Czech Republic, Krejcikova and Siniakova won the doubles for the women's. Non-African, nice. Whereabouts in Africa are you, Danny? Let me know. It would be funny. Maybe too hot for grass in Africa. Maybe. But you know what I would suggest? I would suggest that rather than doing that, yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Yeah, all of them were on grass apart from the French Open at the start. Yep. 3-love his row, by the way, and he's looking flipping strong. And but Khachanov managing to win the first point on his service game, 15-love. Danny says, did you know they were all on grass grounds? Yeah, I did. If tennis was on carpet, wouldn't the ball be a little bit of difficulty for the bounce for the ball? No, but they make a certain type of carpet. It's not the carpet. Like when we say carpet, it's not carpet, for example, in your house. It's very kind of like thin carpet that bounces. It is lower bouncing than hard courts, but it plays quite nicely. I played on it before, and it plays quite nice actually. It's very good for people who like to hit through the ball because it comes on nicely. Then he says, "Did you know they were?" Yeah, and Anane Sharma says, "Krejcikova and Siniakova were expected to win gold, though." Yeah, they were. They were the #1 seed. So yeah. So what I would suggest is my big suggestion would be, which obviously I'm not the ITF, so they don't care what I think, but I would say at the moment all the surfaces are becoming too similar. So, for example, the US Open's playing like the French, and the Australian Open, and Wimbledon's got slower. So why not make the surfaces like how they should be? Like make sure there's definitely a big enough disparity between the surfaces that they don't all become homogenous. Because I feel like at the moment that's what's happening, and then you wouldn't need another slam. Because if you just have another slam in there, that's similar the way it plays. Then what's the point? Right, here we go. 30-15 though, Khachanov. And I tell you what, Zverev is playing well, but if Khachanov can just hold here, he's only one break down. You never know. You never know. He's doing pretty well here in the service game, and he's 40-15 up here after a fantastic rally ensued at 30-15 even. Khachanov just hanging in there though, and Zverev making a mistake on the backhand side, trying to go in to win. Danny says it would be itchy too. Yeah, it wouldn't be itchy, trust me. Danny says that Rod Laver won 3 on grass and 1 on clay. Exactly, he did. Danny said his 4 slams in 1 year. Yep, you're correct. Kunal Patil says if Team versus Schwartzman quarterfinal in the US Open, who's your favorite player? Or Schwartzman? What do you mean? Do you mean who's my favorite to win? I would say Team, because I feel like Schwartzman isn't as comfortable on the hard courts as Team. And to be honest, if Team's in good form, it's Team all day. But I think at the moment it's a 50-50 probably because Team's not in good form. So if you chuck in a Team who's played this year, who's really had a horrific year, then you're looking at it thinking, I don't know really who's going to win that. Unfortunately, which is crazy to say, but that's kind of where we're at with Dominic Team at the moment. Then he says Team is a strong player, but he needs to come back. Yeah. My local couple of tennis clubs here in Mobile are artificial grass, very easy to maintain. Yeah, my local club here is artificial grass. We've got 3 courts of artificial grass and 2 that artificial clay. I actually prefer playing on the clay, to be honest with you. It's a lot. I feel like it's just a lot nicer to play, especially here in the UK. If it rains, it drains a lot better as well. So if it's rained a bit, it doesn't matter. But on the fake grass, the artificial grass even, it can get slippy. So it's not great when it's rained a little bit. Khachanov with a game point here and trying his best to hang in here, because if he gets broken here, it's game over. Danny says Novak has won 3 slams this year on 3 different surfaces. He has indeed. Kunal Patil says if Team versus Schwartzman quarterfinal in the US Open, who's your favorite player or Schwartzman? Yeah. I've already answered that question. I doubt those players would want to play on fake grass. I agree. Yeah, they won't. Hard clay and grass, Novak impressive indeed. He's the first player. What a shot by Zverev. The forehand down the line. Unbelievable. It's gone in within a couple of inches of each corner. That is unbelievable. Oh my gosh, crazy. Back to juice. He's knocking on the door. Zverev wants it now. I'm telling you now. He wants to break. He wants to blow Khachanov away. He does not want to be wasting time here. And that's kind of what I'm getting the feeling of. If you're in form, you just want to cash in. And that's exactly what he's trying to do here. Well, Khachanov misses. Does he? No, he doesn't. Oh, it's an approach shot and he clips the line. Zverev reads it and then goes down the line. Oh my God. What a shot from Alexander ZVEREV. Alex BG1 says, can Djokovic get the gold at the Paris 2024 Olympics? Oh, man, I don't know. He'll be 38 then. He'll be 30. Yeah, well, Danny's saying 37. I think he'll be 38. It might be 37, 38. But either way, no, you're right. He'll be 37 because in 3 years' time, that's a big ask. It's a big ask, if I'm being honest with you. But you never know. You never know with these guys. Like they are becoming better and better. Like Djokovic, especially as he gets older, but it's just how does if his body holds up, maybe. But I have my doubts really. It might be that might be the one record that he doesn't manage to break or manage to add to his collection is the gold medal. In the singles, I mean, anyway. XPG1 says, who was your initial pick to make the final? I think it was Djokovic, and I went with Djokovic. Who was in the other half? Yeah, I mean, Danny says I thought Medvedev and Djokovic, and I thought that as well, to be honest with you. I didn't think Tsitsipas would do a lot, and he didn't really, unfortunately, because he's just not been in fantastic form. Zverev, I thought, well, he's meeting Djokovic in the semis potentially, so he's not going to win there, but he did. So, you know, like, I thought he could potentially win Zverev, but like, I picked Djokovic, obviously. I'm not going to sit here and say that I picked Zverev in the finals. I didn't hit Khachanov as well, that's for sure. Adil Saga says, oh, okay, thanks. You need to do a stream explaining this, like surfaces of tennis and how they play out. I get confused on carpet thing. Imagine those who still don't understand what the carpet type. Okay, yeah, I can do that. I can do that, actually. I'll do that. That's actually a very good idea. Thank you. That's a good suggestion. In fact, I'm going to make a note of that, and I will do a video on that because I think that's quite a good. That's quite a good one. I will do a video. Thank you, Adil. Good suggestion. Danny says, I thought Medvedev versus Djokovic in the final. Yeah, I think that was a safe bet, wasn't it? But unfortunately, did not happen. Khachanov is saving breakpoints left, right, and center, and he's just hanging in here. And Zverev has just lobbed him, though, to go back to choose. Oh, my God. What a lob, by the way. Fantastic lob from Alexander ZVEREV. But the approach from Khachanov was not good enough, if I'm being honest with you. It's a very good into-out forehand that sets up the approach. And then the approach is just not quite good enough. I think he probably could have sliced that deep. Nady says he might get one in the doubles and mixed gold. Maybe, but I don't think it means as much as the singles. In fact, it doesn't mean as much as singles. Dandy says, I did pick Medi. Yeah. Says tennis needs a Sampras type of player. I mean, an offensive player. People fed up with defensive players. Federer is offensive. And Zverev at the moment is looking pretty damn offensive as well as he goes advantage up. There are quite a few offensive players, though. Team is offensive. Very, attacking. That's why as soon as he loses form, he looks horrendous because his game is all based on intensity and being able to hit the ball cleanly and strike it very cleanly and be aggressive. In terms of other aggressive players, I mean, Tsitsipas is pretty aggressive as well, to be honest with you. Zverev is pretty aggressive. Medvedev is defensive. I'll give you that. Kyrgios is super aggressive. Love watching Kyrgios at Wimbledon. He was great, but he's so aggressive as well. So even someone like Jan Struff, who is not as well known, he's very aggressive. Alex BG1 says, should Karina Buster troll Djokovic by always wearing the Tokyo bronze medal in the locker room from now on? Oh, man, if he does, that'd be hilarious, but he won't do that. Zverev is going to get a break here. I think he is, We're in the rally. His advantage up. It's another break point opportunity. It's a chance to go 2 breaks up here. And surely the gold medal's pretty much halfway around his neck. He does get it. It's 4-love. Oh, my gosh. This could be over very quickly. And they are clapping and cheering for Alexander ZVEREV because he is now serving to go 5-love up here. If he goes 5-love up, oh my, he could potentially bagel him. 2 breaks. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Please remember to smash the like button. Please, if you haven't already, really appreciate it. And of course, subscribe to the channel as well. Really just help the channel to grow. I appreciate all your support. And also, please do remember to, support the channel as well. All right, here we go. 15-love to Zverev, and he's looking very, very good here, man. Like flipping heck. This has been a fantastic. I tell you what, if he wins here, I think if he wins at Tokyo, this is his breakthrough moment. A lot of people thought it would be the ATP Tour Finals, but I think this will be it, because he would have beaten Djokovic in the semis, which was a huge win, especially to come back the way he did. If he'd blown him away in straight sets, I would have said that can happen. But the fact that he was a set down and then a breakdown in the second set and managed to come back, and the way that he played was impressive. So that could be very, very good. William says Sampras won 14 slams. Yeah, Sampras never won a gold medal, from what I know anyway. Sampras was a serve forehand. You wouldn't have enjoyed watching, believe me. Yeah, Sampras, some people, yeah, he was divisive, wasn't he? Some people didn't enjoy it because his points were so short, and he won a lot of points on his serve. Zverev 40 love up here. What the heck? Seriously, what is going on? 5? Oh my god. Khachanov he does not want to get embarrassed 6 love in an Olympic final. Like, that's just carnage. I expected Zverev to win this second set pretty comfortably, but I didn't expect him to bagel him. So he better hold serve, is what I'm going to say. As he goes wide with the forehand. Oh my god. Danny D says, you know what was wrong with Buster? Not winning, but complaining to the umpire about Novak hitting the net with his racket. You know what? I agree with you, but what I'm going to give you both. I'm going to give my full thoughts on that. It's 5 love, by the way. So change events, guys. Please remember to smash the like button. I do appreciate it, and subscribe if you have already. Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys are legends. We did hit our goal of 1K subs a couple of weeks back, and now we're on our way to 2K subs. So it's amazing. Really appreciate it. Look, Djokovic smashed. So first of all, Djokovic threw, right? Djokovic threw his racket into the crowd, right? First, and there's no one in the crowd, so you're kind of like, okay, that's okay. You can get away with that, but still, it's a bit unsportsmanlike. But he gets away with it. But when he smashed his racket, now that was bad because he threw it into the court pillar. That was pretty bad. Now, I agree with you that Corinna Buster, PCB should not be saying to the umpire, like, why has he not got penalized for that? Why he's not got a warning? Because it's none of his business. Like, as when I say it's none of his business, of course, like, the point might help him, but it's not really for him to say anything. But I think Djokovic was very, very lucky not to get anything for that. I'm just going to be honest with you. If that's Nick Kyrgios, he's getting a fine. He's probably getting a point deducted. Like, he's potentially even getting, like, I don't know, whatever. Like, he's getting a lot of ramifications, let's say. So I think that was, yeah, he got away with that, let's say. He looked like a Karen. Yeah, he looked like Karen from, yeah. That's funny. Yeah, very good. Whoever says, do you prefer Monfils, just run, no purpose, and hit the ball? You know what? Monfils is one of the most exciting players to look, but recently he hasn't been because he's just so inconsistent. Like, it's great to watch when he's actually working. As Zverev goes 15 love up here on the Khachanov serve. Khachanov, he needs to stick in here, man. Like, if he gets, I'm telling you, if he loses 6 love, this is just shocking. Genuinely, it will be shocking. But yeah, like, Monfils is great to watch, man. I love watching him, but he's just all over the place at the moment. XPG1 says Pakistan's 3 gold medals, gold Olympic medals in history were all in field hockey. Yeah, maybe we were great at field hockey. The Pakistan team were great at field hockey until they changed the rules, and now we're not very good. Now England are fantastic, to be fair, at hockey. They're amazing at hockey, to be honest with you. Here in the UK. They're really, really good, to be honest. Danny says it just makes him look like a doofus. He's not the umpire. Yeah, I agree. It's not his place to say it, but I think Djokovic should get away with it as well, to be fair. But I think, yeah, not his place. As Khachanov goes 15 all here. He's hanging in here by by a thread. He's hanging in here by a thread, man. Like, this is just carnage. If I'm being honest with you. Carnage. Well, there we go. Khachanov is just, he is in a world of pain here, I'm telling you now, because he's gone 30-15 up here with a fantastic serve out wide. It's a really good serve from Karen KHACHANOV, but he's representing his country, and he's just thinking, I cannot get bageled here, because I get bageled here, that's just embarrassing, like genuinely embarrassing. I hope he doesn't get bageled, actually. It would be horrible. Yeah, Danny says he doesn't want it to be 6 love. I think he's had a good tournament, man. I mean, I kind of just lose 6-1. Just don't lose 6-love. It's horrible. Alex BG1 says this would be the 4th gold medal for Germany as Zverev wins, so a pretty big deal. Really? Germany have only ever won 4 gold medals in the wait, hold on, Alex. Are you talking about ever, like in history? Germany have only ever won 3 gold medals in the history of the Olympics. If that's what you're saying, that's really surprising. Danny says he still won a medal. It's a good effort. Yeah, 100%. It's an amazing effort, man. I mean, I think the issue is that he's now got to this stage, so he's thinking, look, if I've got to this stage, and I was pretty competitive in the first set. I played really well in the semi, and he does really well there. He does really well. Khachanov puts away the short ball into out forehand, and it's 40-30 to a big Russian. So really impressive stuff from him. Really good, and good serve, and then good put away. Yeah, only in Tokyo. Yeah, I was going to say, flipping heck. I thought you were saying in ever, and I was like, wow, that can't be right. Okay, yeah, that would be a good effort, though. William says, did Noel make a mistake on playing mixed doubles? Only he knows, but look, he wanted to play it, man, so I don't know. Would it have made a difference? Who knows? I'd assume that, obviously, physically, it might have helped, but if I'm being honest with you, I think it more looked like it was mental fatigue than physical, if I'm being honest with you, so I don't know whether it would have made a difference, I think. And that's why he probably didn't say it. And one thing I would say is that it was pretty, I don't know, it was pretty unfortunate for Nina Stojanovic because obviously she didn't get a chance to win. But yeah, Khachanov anyway holds serve, so he won't get bageled. He might get breadsticked, but he won't get bageled at least. And Zverev needs to be professional here, though. Don't take it for granted. You don't want to go 5-2 down and like give him a break back. No, you just want to close it out now. So he's got to be very, very in tune here because Khachanov will be thinking, I'm on the board now. He's got nothing to lose, which is dangerous. But Zverev loses the first point going long with the forehand. So love 15. So not perfect start, but the German obviously got a big cushion here, but doesn't want to get too comfortable with that. He's serving for the match here. Got to be clinical, and that is the difference between the big players, right, and the rest of the pack at the moment. It's big 3 and the rest is big game points. Sorry, the big points and also how clinical they are in the right moments. Here we go. Love 15's second serve into the backhand side of Khachanov, and then Zverev goes backhand cross court. He just misses it, I think. He's missed that. And if he has, that'll be love 30, and this is not a good start to the service game. Danny D says, in Serbia, whoever carries a flag never wins a medal. He carried it in 2012, the flag. Oh, really? Didn't know. That's cool. Very weird, isn't it? Alex BG1 says, Germany has 283 medals, gold medals in history, a powerhouse in sport. Yeah, I was going to say, flipping heck. Like, that's why I was so astounded. I was like, what for? I was like, they must have won loads. Oh, man. They are a powerhouse in sport, Germany. They really are. Right, okay, so Zverev here is doing his best. It's a fantastic serve, though, and that's the thing, right? If you've got such a big serve, it can get you out of trouble, and that's what it's done here so far. In this game, he was struggling in the first couple of points at love 30, but yeah, let's see. Oh, huge serve as well to make it 30. That was on the ad side, ace, and just looked so good. Alexander ZVEREV is looking good, man. He's looking good, and you know what? I'd be very happy. I'm going to be very happy for him actually when he hopefully picks up that gold medal, because I think he's had a bit of a rough time with bits and pieces, obviously on tour, etc., and getting close in a couple of instances and not quite managing to get over the line. The Grand Slam. Here we go. Anyway, 30 crunches a forehand down the line. Khachanov tries to go for the lob, and it's in. And Zverev goes with a lobbing forehand of his own and clips the line. Slice from Khachanov. Zverev comes to the net and then puts away the volley. Does he? No, he doesn't actually. Oh, he puts away the second volley. Khachanov had a lot of chances there. Right, it's match point here for Alexander Zverev. It's match point and gold medal point. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Nina. How many gold medals without dropping, without doping, you mean? I think you mean doping. I think you mean doping. Here we go, 40-30. Big serve out to the backhand, comes forward. Zverev puts away the forehand, does he? Yes, he does. Alexander Zverev has just won the Olympic gold medal. Oh, wow. I'm wearing yellow because, you know, Germany. Does that even make any sense? I don't think it does. What a win, by the way. What a performance. What a win. And what a player. Because he did the hard way. He came through Novak Djokovic, the #1 seed, #1 player in the world, the best player around at the moment, and just came through an in-form Khachanov 6-3, 6-1. And I tell you what, he played some unbelievable tennis. He takes the Olympic gold, and I tell you what, you heard it here first. I reckon that is a big, big turning point in Alexander Zverev's career. That's a huge win, and he will be extremely happy with that. Because he has played incredibly well throughout this whole tournament. I think only 2 double faults the whole tournament. That makes, that makes a huge difference. Congrats, Zverev says, oomph. And Alex B. John says the German home kit is normally white, low. Yeah, it is, yeah. It's normally white, isn't it? With a couple of like black stripes. That's Adidas stripes though. But anyways, what a win though from Zverev. Let's go for the stats, I think. We've got to go for the stats. Because, I think they're going to make some very good reading for Zverev and probably some grim reading for Khachanov. Aces 6-3, double fault 0-1. And can I just say something? I know I've mentioned this already, but the double faults is huge. Like genuinely, it makes an absolutely huge difference not serving double faults for him, because the serve, when it's on rhythm, it's so difficult to get back, and he serves so well. That 6 aces, that unreturned serves that he's put down, and normally that's probably about double the amount of the aces that he's put down. So as in 12 aces and unreturnables combined, I would say, in this match. Double faults 0-1, 67% first serve percentage, really, really impressive, near the 70% mark. And this is what's even more impressive: is the first serve points won. Only lost 4 points behind the first serve. Shows the difference, right? When he gets that first serve firing, and second serve points won 53%, which is modest. And winners 22-15, impressive, and 7-11 for Khachanov. So not playing his best tennis today for sure. Net points 86% as well. So look, overall, I think a very, very good win. I genuinely don't think he played his best. Yeah, look, I'm going to be honest. I don't think he played his best tennis. Alexander Zverev, I think he played a lot better against Novak, but well deserved, man. Well deserved. I think he did the hard yards, didn't he, against Novak? And he probably knew, if I win this, I just be solid against Khachanov and I'll get through. Again, no offense to Khachanov because he is a solid player, but I just think there's a difference in level between Zverev and Khachanov at the moment, and it showed today. Alex B. John says, insane quality to beat Djokovic. I could only watch the extended highlights. Yeah, I watched it live. We did the live stream. It was so good to do. Fantastic to do the live stream, and really enjoyed it. But yeah, what a watch. Danny says Novak was 6-1 and 3-1 up and lost in 3 sets. Yeah, he was. He was a set and a break up, and he lost, and that just shows, right? It's not over till it's over, and also not just that, but Zverev played some incredible tennis that day as well. So really, really impressive. And SPG One says it's a big skill when you're not playing your best tennis but still winning. Agreed. And I think it just shows the level that he's at right now is very, very high. And if he can, I think if he has got over the serving yips, he's going to be a huge threat. Let's see if he has, because I think I need to see him go a quarter, half a year without doing it for me to say he hasn't. But look, if he goes to the US Open and serves well, he's a threat. On the forehand as well, like if it's firing, if he's hitting the ball as well as he did in this tournament, he's in the top 5 favorites for sure, alongside your Djokovic, Nadal, I don't know who else, but I think he's up there. He's just behind. Djokovic. He's alongside, I think, Nadal in there, and whoever else. So look, he's a threat. He's a big threat. Alexander ZVEREV, and he'll be very happy with that win. Guys, thank you everyone as well who has joined the stream. I really appreciate it. Please do remember to smash the like button if you haven't already, if you don't mind. It's really quick and it's a big thumbs up, and without your guys' support, we won't be doing this. So yeah, please do continue to support. I appreciate it. And also, so please do like the video, and also please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already as well. If you have subscribed, amazing, thank you very much, I appreciate it. And if you have liked the video, again, amazing, thank you again. You guys are legends. Sakaya says, yo, Sakaya coming right at the end. ZVEREV's won the gold medal, and Sakaya's going to say that he was watching swimming or something. Danny says, when Rafa or Roger don't come, Novak doesn't win. Have you noticed? That's true, actually. Yeah, last US Open. I mean, he defaulted there. I think he would have won that. I think he would have defaulted, to be honest, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I can't see him not winning that US Open if he doesn't default, but I get what you mean. Like, it's a weird one, isn't it? Like, obviously, here, I didn't win it. I don't know. Alex, which wants to see you in Paris 2024? No, see you at the US Open, mate. See you in 3 years. Yeah, see you at the US Open. I'll be doing some Masters coverage as well, probably Cincinnati, maybe some other tournaments as well, if I can fit them round. I will be doing a Olympic tennis review video, so do keep an eye out for that. And most likely we'll be doing a final review as well. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. Danny says it's like those three are connected. He didn't win the US Open. He didn't win a medal now. Yeah, a strange coincidence. Danny says Alex only watched the Olympics. No, Alex has been on a lot of the streams. He's been on the Wimbledon streams. He's been on the French Open streams. Yeah, he doesn't just watch the Olympics, from what I know anyway, unless he's now become just an Olympic watcher. Right, okay, thank you very much, guys. I'm going to go. I started very early here, so yeah, I'm a little bit tired, so I think I'm going to call it a day. But thank you, everyone. Obviously, Alexander ZVEREV wins his first Olympic gold medal. Not just that. Asfar Shabazz says ZVEREV is a great player, and Novak also 100%. Agreed. Danny D says bye. Oh, Deal says about, okay. Okay, Deal, thank you for that. Yeah, I'll do that. I will do that. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Please remember to smash the like button and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's the big red button. It's free, and your guys' support has been incredible. So please continue to support the channel, and the more you guys support the channel, the better the channel will become. The more things we'll be able to do. And I know I've had a couple of requests for different sports, and that will happen as well if the channel gets bigger, and it is growing. So I appreciate it, guys. Do continue to support it. Cool. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you on the next stream. And in terms of tennis, watch out for my Olympic review, which I'll be uploading. It won't be a stream. It'll just be a normal video. Keep an eye out for that. And yeah, let me know what you thought, obviously, of that in the comments as well. And don't worry, Danny D, it'll be with a proper mic and at my desk as well. So you don't have to worry. It'll be a lot more professional than this. Alex John says, will we be streaming the rhythmic gymnastics? Mate, I'm only doing tennis. So, yeah, only doing tennis and for the Olympics, just because tennis was at the Olympics. There's no cricket or boxing. Boxing is amateur boxing, so that's why I didn't do it. I'm only doing pro boxing, but yeah, no other Olympics from me. Asfar Shabazz says, bye-bye, you are nice. Thank you. You're nice too. Thanks very much, guys, and thank you to all the new people as well in the chat and the new subscribers. And yeah, see you on the next video. Thank you very much.